this video, I'll be doing a super in-depth guide on how to use interactive brokers, starting from how to open an account, setting it up, a quick overview of the website, then give you a step-by-step guide on how to fund your account, buy and sell your stock, and finally, withdraw the money back out to your bank account. This video will be a little long, so if you don't want to go through the entire video, I'll be adding chapters to the timeline so you can easily jump to the section that you need. With that being said, let's start with the first part, how to open an interactive brokers account. To do that, you can either use my link kbli.link/ibkr or click the link down in the description below, and you will come to this page. At the top right, click Open Account, Start Application. Here, it's quite straightforward. Just fill in your email address, username, password, and choose the country that you are from. Then click Create Account. Next, you will need to select an account type. If you are using this account by yourself, choose Individual. But if you are sharing with your partner or someone else, choose Joint. Don't worry about this too much, as you can easily change this later on. So for now, I will just choose Individual. Scroll down, do you have an active NRIC number? Choose Yes, then Start Application. You have the option to retrieve your details via My Info, but I encountered an error while doing so. So if it doesn't work for you, you have to continue without My Info. Here, if it's not pre-filled for you, you have to key in all your info, but it should take less than 5 minutes. Okay, for base currency, it will be the base currency of your country. So in my case, it's in SGD. Fill in the answers for all the security questions, then click Continue. At the Investor Status Declaration page, choose the status that's most relevant to you. And no, making $5 profit on your Tesla stock doesn't make you an expert investor, So in most cases, you'll be a retail investor. Click Continue. Next, you'll be able to configure your trading account. For account type, you can choose either margin or cash. But even if you are not planning to use margin, I would still recommend you to keep it as margin, just in case you need to urgently use cash to buy stock. As long as you quickly top up after that, you'll be fine. As for income and net worth, you want to choose a bigger number as it will be used by IBKR to determine what kind of products you can trade. They won't come and verify those numbers, so you don't have to worry, Then for investment objectives, you can just choose what I've chosen here. Next, for stocks trading experience, I would also suggest choosing a larger number as it will affect your eligibility to trade certain stocks. You can also enable the United Kingdom market to trade Ireland domicile ETFs and the Hong Kong market to trade Hong Kong stocks. Click Save. As for options, same thing, choose a bigger number so that you'll be eligible for it. Choose US to enable US options. Save. Next, choose your regulatory info. The answers will most likely be no. And we come to the Stock Yield Enhancement Program. If you enable this, IBKR will occasionally lend out your stocks to short sellers and hedge funds to do stuff like short selling. In return, you will earn a small interest for lending out your shares. So, if you are okay with that, you can just enroll. Otherwise, you can skip this part. Again, you can easily change this later on, so don't worry too much. Finally, how did you hear about us? Just choose anything you like, then continue. Here, scroll down to treaty benefits qualifications. Check whether your country is in the tax treaty list. If it's in there, just choose the country. For me, Singapore is not in this list, so I'll just choose I do not qualify for US tax treaty benefits. Scroll all the way down, then type in your name to sign. Tick the checkbox, then click Continue. Check everything is correct, then at the bottom, sign one more time, then click Continue again. Here, they might need more information from you, so click on Continue Application. First up, you will need to answer some questions, so just do that. Next, you will need to verify your identity. The fastest way is option 1, which is to make an initial deposit. Click Submit. Then choose the currency that you want to deposit. I will just choose SGD here. Then click How to wire funds. Fill in all the info here. For the deposit amount, I suggest trying out with a small amount first. For example, $10, just in case something goes wrong. Once you are done, click Get Instructions. You will see your instructions here. So just head over to your bank account. I'm using DBS Bank, so I'll just show you how to do it with DBS Bank. At the top, mouse over transfer, click Add New DBS or POSB recipient. For the recipient's name, just enter Interactive Brokers. For account number, head back to IBKR, look for your bank account number, copy it, head back to DBS, paste it in, click next, then submit. Once you are done, mouse over transfer again, click to other DBS or POSB accounts. Choose interactive brokers, choose the account that you are sending from, then enter the amount. Since I entered $10 just now, I will just enter $10 here. For comments for recipient, head over to interactive brokers. Look for your broker account number. It should start with U and has 8 numbers. Copy it, head back, paste it in. Then click next. Check everything is alright, then submit. Now, you will just have to wait for the funds to arrive at interactive brokers. Typically, it will arrive within a day. Meanwhile, at interactive brokers, you will need to submit a document to verify your address. So just click on upload document. You can upload any official document that has your address. You can either upload it directly or use their QR code to upload via phone. Finally, you will need to upload a photo ID to verify your identity. So just upload your NRIC. Then all you have to do now is just wait for them to approve your account. Typically, it will be done within 1 to 3 days. So just wait a bit, yeah? Alright, our interactive brokers account is finally approved. Let's start buying stocks and what big ah! Hold up, before we do that, let's set up the accounts first. First things first, click on your profile button on the top right, choose dark to change to dark mode. Because as they say, once you go black, you never go back. Next, at the top, search for pricing plan. Click IBKR pricing plan. Here, you can either choose fixed pricing or tiered pricing. So, which to choose? Check this out. For US stocks, the minimum per order for tiered pricing is 35 cents. But the more you trade, the more fees that you will have to pay. Meanwhile, for fixed pricing, the minimum is just $1. After that, the fee is always fixed at $0.005. This means if you are just trading a small amount of shares, like 10 shares or 50 shares a month, tiered pricing will be cheaper. But if you are some expert trader who's trading like 500 shares or 1000 shares every month, then fixed pricing will be cheaper. So since I'm not planning to trade a lot, I will just change everything to tiered pricing because it's cheaper. Then click continue. The changes will be reflected by the next business day. Next, search for trade infractions. Make sure that global trade infractions is enabled. This will let you trade fractional shares. Click continue, enter your name, continue, and you are done. One last thing, search for base currency. Then choose the base currency that you want. If you are mainly trading in the US market, then it's better to change the currency to USD. Or if you are trading mainly in the Singapore market, then SGD is better. That's because the numbers in the statements and reports will be reported in your base currency. So just choose the base currency that you prefer. And with that, we are done setting up our account. Now, I'll give you a quick overview of the Interactive Brokers web portal so that you are more familiar with the layout. Let's start with the homepage first. On the left side, there's something called settled cash. In very simple terms, settled cash means cash that is ready and is available for use. Take for example, let's say you sell a stock and you get back $100, but you are unable to withdraw the money immediately because it takes 2 days for the trade to be settled. After the 2 days, the money is settled, that's when you can withdraw the money. So that's settled cash. Buying power is how much cash you have plus available margin. But of course, try to avoid using margin as much as possible because you have to pay interest whenever you use margin. Dividend is how much dividend you have received. Net liquidity is your account net worth, or basically how rich you are. So it includes stuff like total cash value, stock value, and options value. Then net asset value change just means how much your net worth has changed over a certain period. Okay, let me show you something cool. If you're on the performance tab, you can add a benchmark to see how you are performing compared to the market. For example, you can add the S&P 500 index to see whether you are the god of investing or not. Let's scroll down a bit. The bottom stuff gives you a quick overview of the things that may be useful to you. Some upcoming corporate events that you need to take note of, market overview, top portfolio positions, watch list, recent news from IBKR, and crypto. If you want, you are free to add or edit the widgets here. Okay, so that's the home page. Let's move on to the portfolio page. Here, you will see all your positions. Let's quickly go through the columns. Instrument is the name of your stock or options. Position is how many stocks you currently own. Last is what's the last traded stock price. Change is how much the stock has moved today. Cost basis is how much you have originally put into this stock. This includes commissions that you have paid. So if you have bought 100 stocks at $20 and the commission is $1, then your cost basis is $2,001. Next, market value is the current value of your holdings. If it has gone up by a lot, congratulations. But if it has dropped too much, my condolences. You are now a bad holder. Average price is just your average price per stock. Daily profit and loss. How much did your net worth change for this stock? Unrealized profit and loss. How much you are currently making or losing on this stock. So those are the default columns. But if you want to change your columns, you can do so by clicking on the three dots on the right hand side. Click Edit Columns. Here, you can just look around to see what columns you want. But I would recommend adding unrealized profit and loss percent to see what's your gain or loss in percentage, and percent of net liquidation to see what's your portfolio allocation. So that's the Positions tab. Next, we have the Performance tab. You can see some useful stuff like how is your portfolio performing compared to the index, asset class breakdown, sector breakdown, and industry breakdown. Then on the Cash Report tab, you can see how much cash you have right now. Nothing much here. The next tab is Impact Dashboard, which is some ESG stuff. I don't really care about that, so let's skip that part. Let's go to the Research tab next. Here, you have your watch list. I already have a watch list here. But if you want to create a new watch list, on the left, click on New Watch List. Enter a name like What Big Big. Then just add the stocks that you want to keep track of. For example, Tesla stock, Apple stock, Google stock. Then just click Save. Similarly, you can edit the columns here if you want. Next, you have stuff like Market Scanner, Mutual Fund Scanner, and Bond Scanner. I don't really use those, so I'll just skip that. Probably the most interesting part is Market Overview. Here, you have a quick overview of what's going on in the market. You have some top news, performance by sector, and everything is crashing everywhere except for Britain, I guess. Okay, I want to show you the stock page next. Let's try a random stock, maybe Tesla. Here, you can see what's the current stock price, how much it moved today, and what's the bid-ask price. If you blur and don't know what's that, basically, there's a whole bunch of people trying to buy and sell the stock. On the bid side, people who want to buy at the highest price will go first. And on the ask price, people who want to sell at the lowest price will go first. So that's bid-ask price. But just take note, all the prices that you see here are not live prices, and they are delayed by around 10 to 15 minutes. But that's not an issue because you can easily get live prices elsewhere like Google, Yahoo, and TradingView. Or if you want, you can also get a live snapshot of the current price. IBKR gives you $1 worth of free snapshots every month. After that, there's a tiny 1 to 3 cents per snapshot. So don't anyhow snapshot here, snapshot there, yeah. At the bottom, you will see a super nice chart by TradingView. So IBKR basically partnered with TradingView to bring you this chart. You can do stuff like checking out the stock price and adding all kinds of indicators. So that's nice. Next, under the buy sell button, there's the recurring button. This is a new feature which lets you set up recurring buy. So you can set the start date, how much you want to buy, the buy interval, and when to stop the recurring buy. This is super good for those who want to dollar cost average into the stock. Going back to the stock page, you can add the stock into the watch list or create an alert if the stock reaches a certain price. At the bottom, you will see your stock position, stock events, transaction history, some company info, and some stock news. But the interesting part is the research page. You will see an overview of the stock, like key ratios, company financials, analyst ratings, news, and so on. There's nothing much at the company profile tab. Next, key ratios tab. Here, you can see some important ratios like PE ratio, price to book, and price to sales. If you expect it, IBKR even lets you compare the ratios to its competitors. And obviously, Tesla is a car company, so they are going to compare it against other car companies. Then you can just check out the rest of the ratios here. Dividends tab shows how much dividend the company is paying. Impact tab, some ESG stuff, which apparently Tesla got kicked out of. Company's financials, analyst ratings, there's even some price target thing going on. But don't use their price target as your target, yeah. in most cases is inaccurate. Analysts forecast to see analyst future predictions, company news, company ownership, some social stuff like what's the tweet sentiment score, tweet volume score. All these are just short-term stuff, so I don't really bother about them. The next tab is the Portfolio and Reports tab. Starting with Portfolio Analysis. Here, you can have an overview of how's your portfolio, stuff like stock performance, portfolio movers, and allocation. Then, at the top, if you go to Reports, under any report, you can choose Detailed PDF to see a super detailed report of your portfolio. Otherwise, you can also go to Statements, where you can get your activity report over a certain period. You can see stuff like net asset value, the trades that you have done, deposit and withdrawals, the interest that you have earned, and so on. Not only that, IBKR also lets you set up statements delivery to automatically send the statements to your email every day or every month. So that's the Performance and Reports tab. Moving on to the Education tab. There's a lot of learning resources here, so you can slowly check it out. There's also something called Learn and Earn, where if you complete it, you earn up to $100 in commissions for options, futures, and bonds. Finally, if you need support, at the top, you can click on Help, Support Center, scroll all the way down, and you can contact the support either through live chat or email. Otherwise, shameless plug, you can always join my fast-growing Telegram group to ask me or the members any questions that you may have. So that's an entire overview of IBKR web portal. Now, let's buy some stocks. But to do that, we need money. So let's fund our account with some money first. To fund the account, click on Transfer and Pay, Transfer Funds, make a deposit. If you have added a bank account previously, it will show up here. But I will show you how to do it from the start. Click on Use a new deposit method. Then choose the currency that you want to deposit. I will just choose SGD here. Click Get Instructions. Fill in all the info here. For deposit amount, I suggest trying out with a small amount first. For example, $10, just in case something goes wrong. Once you are done, click Get Instructions. You will see your instructions here. So just head over to your bank account. I'm using DBS Bank. So I will just show you how to do it with DBS Bank. At the top, mouse over Transfer, click Add New DBS or POSB recipient. For the recipient's name, just enter Interactive Brokers. For account number, head back to IBKR, look for your bank account number. Copy it, head back to DBS, paste it in. Click Next, then Submit. Once you are done, mouse over Transfer again, click to other DBS or POSB account. Choose Interactive Brokers, choose the account that you are sending from, then enter the amount. Since I entered $10 just now, I will just enter $10 here. For comments for recipient, head over to Interactive Brokers, look for a broker account number. It should start with U and has 8 numbers. Copy it, head back, paste it in, then click Next. Check everything is alright, then Submit. Now, you will just have to wait for the funds to arrive at Interactive Brokers. Typically, it will arrive within a day. Next, if you are planning to buy overseas stocks, you first need to convert your currency. Because IBKR doesn't automatically do that for you, yeah? To convert currency, go to Trade, Convert Currency. Then choose the currency that you have. For example, SGD and the currency that you want. For example, USD. Enter the amount that you want to convert. Then to preview the conversion, you can click on Preview. Now, just take note, even though the currency conversion in IBKR is super good, there's still a minimum of 2 USD per conversion. So try not to convert a small amount like $10 or $50 here and there, yeah? Because the conversion fee will eat you up. It's best to convert in larger amounts like $1,000 or $5,000. Once you are done, click Submit to do the conversion and you are done. Alright, now we are finally ready to buy stocks. To buy stocks, at the top, just search for the stock that you want. For example, Tesla, then stock. Click on the buy button. Here, you can choose to specify the number of shares or the US dollars amount. If you have fractional shares enabled, you can buy as little as 0.0001 shares or a minimum of 1 USD. There's a lot of order types that you can choose from. But let me just explain the two most common order types: limit order and market order. For limit order, you can specify what price you want to buy the stock at. For example, let's say Tesla is at $170 now. But if you want to buy at $50, can, no problem. You will join the buy queue at $50, and if the order gets matched, you will buy your stock. But try not to lowball too much, yeah? Because if the price is too low, you might never get matched. Then for market order, you will just buy the stock at whatever is the current market price. So if Tesla is at $170, you will buy immediately at $170. So just choose the order type that you prefer. As for price management algo, it's a setting to prevent you from accidentally putting in the wrong order. So it's best to just enable that. Time in force. If you choose good to cancel, this order will be around until either it gets filled or you cancel it. At the opening means the order will be created at the beginning of the trading day. If it cannot be executed at the opening of the stock market, the order will be cancelled. Then finally, for day, the order will only be around for today. If it doesn't get filled by the end of today, it will be cancelled. Personally, I would choose day as I don't like surprises. Then you can just enable trading out of regular trading hours. From March till November, the US has something called daylight saving time. So outside regular trading hours starts at 4 AM and ends at 8 PM US time. Then from November till March, it will be non-daylight saving. That's when the market starts trading at 5 AM till 9 PM US time. Once you are done, click preview. The commission is around 35 cents, which is super cheap. If everything is okay, submit your order. If you want to check your trades, you can go to Trade, Order and Trades, where you will see whether the trade has been filled or not. Okay, if you want to sell your stock, it's exactly the same. But this time, you click Sell. Remember, it's sell. Don't blah blah go and click buy. Later you buy more stock, then you know. Enter the amount, share price, order type, then just submit your order to sell. Okay, let's say you have made a ton of money and are ready to retire at the Sentosa beach. Let me show you how to withdraw your money back to your bank account. But just take note, if you have just sold your stock or just converted your currency, you won't be able to immediately withdraw it, yeah? Because it will take 2 business days for the money to be settled. Okay, to withdraw, go to Transfer and Pay. Transfer funds, make a withdrawal. Here, you can choose the currency that you want to withdraw. But I will just show you how to withdraw SGD. Don't anyhow withdraw here and withdraw there, yeah? Because you will only get 1 free withdrawal per month. Anything more than that, you will get slapped with a fee. So let's use bank wire. Where will the funds be deposited? Choose bank, choose your bank country, enter in your bank account number. Click to locate your bank, then just use Google to find your bank's SWIFT code. For example, DBS SWIFT code. Copy the SWIFT code and paste it in, then click search. Does your bank account accept transfers in SGD? Click yes. Set an account nickname, for the example, DBS Bank. Make sure the account holder name is correct. Then click Save Bank Information. If everything is alright, enter in your username and password to confirm. Click on Transfer and Pay again, transfer funds, make a withdrawal, choose the account that you have added just now. Here, you can see how much money you can withdraw without a margin loan. If you try to withdraw anything more than that, you will be charged margin interest, yeah? Enter in the amount that you want to withdraw, then create withdrawal. Make sure everything is alright, then enter in your username and password to confirm. Click continue and your funds will arrive by the next day. So that was a super detailed guide on how to use interactive brokers. Again, if you need to sign up to it, you can just use my link down in the description below. Anyway, hopefully you find it useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.